So let's have a look at a particularly interesting type of magic board, which is a flow magic board. And you can find those here. In this example, we haven't created any yet. So what I'm going to suggest is that we go ahead and use a fast start to demonstrate the usage here. This is particularly useful for planning, and it can also be used for tracking of various items in your business. But let's go with an example of planning. Let's say that we're going to plan our next couple of advertising campaigns. And I'm going to go ahead and create that. And you'll notice by default it brings it through to active, but I want to make that into a flow board. If we come back, it brings me into the last one I was in, which is flow, and you can see here that it is not in active, it is in flow. Now, what does this flow board mean? Well, we're going to use the ability of a magic board to drag results through. And so we might plan for our upcoming campaigns. And let's say we're going to sell product 1, and then we're going to sell our an offer of product 2 and product 3. Then we're going to sell our service 1. And then finally, we're going to sell our product 1 plus service 2. And so these campaigns could be set for the future. Let's say that by next Friday, I'm going to have October 25. And then after that, we're going to go into November 1. And then after that, we're going to be into November 8. And then after that, we're going to be coming into November 15. So I've got my upcoming campaigns. And then let's say that there are some that I have completed. So let's say that October 25 has come and gone, and I was working on that, and I could actually link to the magic board there. Let's say that we're now at October 28, and this one is done, and I can move that down to completed. Come on, there we go, come into completed. And then I've begun work on here. So let's say that we're in November, well, let's go October 30. But what I've realized is that actually I want to bring this one forward, and I can now change my dates, November 8th and November 15, and easily adjust my upcoming sell product 4, sell super special offer. And let's say that I actually want to bring that here. This is a very easy way to plan your upcoming campaigns. Let's say now that November 1 has come and gone, and I have moved into, let's say it's November 5. But you know what? Actually, there's been something that happened, and I realized that product 1 sold really well. I could bring that back into my lineup here and say, okay, I'm going to move that off here and make this into November 22. This one here would be November 29. And then finally, November 29 moves into December 6. So this gives you the ability to not only see all of your upcoming campaigns, but also reuse campaigns and drag them back into your lineup when you need them. So this is a highly effective methodology for tracking. Now the processes for this, you might well have set upcoming campaigns, and then you would usually not do the work of any of these campaigns in this particular board. This is too high level. So we're going to add each week and plan for upcoming. Add each week's date, plan for upcoming campaigns. And we might move update weekly. So we would need a reminder in our calendar to update, move completed. But I would actually suggest that perhaps each week, so on a Friday, that you're coming through to this and having a look. What are we doing? What are we planning on? Because some of these will take more than 1 week. So let's say that I've got this one due in 2 weeks' time. If I begin work on it now, then it will be ready for when we launch on the 4th. Let's say actually we're going to set our due dates as the beginning, even though they run through, so we could change all of these dates November 11, and this is when they need to be ready by. So I'd want to be done well before this, definitely by Friday the 1st, in order to begin campaigning on the 4th. So the way that you set it up, this might even be something that you document. Note, due date is the week before the campaign begins. So these sort of notes here could be very, very helpful for you. But this introduces the idea of the flow board. And notice that these don't really, it's not a board that we're ever going to move to archive, because the data is going to keep coming in and keep flowing down to completion, and that's why it's called a flow board. All right, that completes this tutorial on flow boards.